Hey, it's Mike from Reno Propulsion Labs here. Today we're going to be going over the new Float Life Float Hub tool to help set up your VESC boards. This is a brand new to me build, obviously an older board. It's got a pint tire stretched to fit an XR hub. I just kind of like the feel of it, kind of testing it out, see how it goes. It's got the stunt pack battery in the back, U-Box 100 volt up front, and I just kind of threw it together. Right now it doesn't even have a BMS in it. I'm waiting for that still in the mail. Once the BMS comes, I'm going to get it installed, but I wanted to test it out, and I want to test this app out. I did, disclaimer, test it out on another board already, and it saved tons of time sitting there watching, all the different videos. Mario from the Board Garage, amazing video, super thorough, but watching that video takes a very long time to get your board set up, and hopefully this is going to save everyone a lot of time. So I'm going to open up the Float Hub app on my phone. You should see the video recording pop up now. And here's the Float Hub app. So that's open, and I'm going to click Scan for Boards. And I've got two of them in here. I believe I am using the top one, the VESC BLEUART, with the strong signal instead of the fair signal. I've got a few other VESC boards back there, and I'm charging one right now. So go ahead and click Connect on that. And we are connected, and we're going to click Motor Setup. It detects the controller as a U-Box 100 and rated max current 150 amps. Click Next. I'm running a Hypercore 280 millimeter tire diameter, and click Next on that. I did already pull this up, but they've got a list of all kinds of different batteries in here. I'm using the CBSP pack, which again it shows it's the series count 15. Parallel count 1, Moly cell P42As, all the max minimum currents, and click Next on that. And right there, I can run FOC detection. So press Start and reset the motor config. So you can see right now it's running through the FOC detection. It's finding all those Hall sensors, figuring out where they're at, putting it in place. That's why I've got it on top of this yellow box. All right, and it's completed. So it is showing my inductance is a little bit out of the range, and my difference is quite a bit out of the range. I'm going to go ahead and run it one more time and just see where it comes up there. This is an older motor, older board. This board was ridden pretty hard, so I could definitely see if there was some minor issues with it. And I'll be the first to tell you I don't completely understand what all those numbers mean, but I do know that I have run it a couple times on this board already, and I've gotten numbers, and they kind of keep changing each time I run them, but they aren't too wildly far out of the normal range. I'm a little bit closer now. I'm only off by 5 and 3.6. So I'd say I'm good with that. Now we're going to test forward. And it's going forward. One thing I've noticed is this guy has not been too happy about testing direction. Each time I've run this one, it doesn't spin up all the way like I'm used to. And again, I think that's probably just this motor. I did test this on another board, and it's spun up normal, not span up. Go ahead and click Next. We've got the recommended tweaks, half observer gain and Hypercore crunch fix. Go ahead and add those. Then it gives us all of our cutoffs. So controller cutoff start, 70 Celsius. Controller cutoff end, 80 Celsius. Field weakening, 65%, duty start, 35 amps. It's got our Hall sensors, the Ortega original observer type, disabled saturation compensation, and then this guy down here at the bottom, which I honestly don't know what that is. I'm going to go ahead and write that to the board. And that's it. So my motor is now set up, and I can re-enable the float package on it, and everything should be good to go. And then I would just exit out of there. I would pop back over into my, sorry, you're looking at all my apps, back into my VESC tool, and I'd finish the setup from there. So I'm already set up on for my motor config, so I don't have to do that. I don't have to go through tweak all those values because it's got all that set up for me. I just need to upload the package, and for now I still have to do the IMU config on my own. IMU config's a huge pain in the butt, but I have to do it. So let's test real quick the controls on it to see if everything's working. Looks good to me. So I'm going to run the IMU dance, do that whole thing, make sure my flow configuration is all set up right, and then we will give it a short test ride, and hopefully I don't die. All right, so we're back. We got everything set up here. So this is what the board looks like. I've got the Battleborn one wheel stickers on one side, and over here on the other side I got my Reno Propulsion Lab stickers. I've got I've got to get this thing cleaned up a little bit. You can see I got a little more wire than I need on both sides, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I'll clean that up once I go put the BMS in it. And one of the things that I love about this board is if you let go, it's just so slow to drop down because it's so leveled. I also need to clean up my little motor cable, or my foot pad cable in there. But let's give this thing a test again. This is the Float Hub app by the Float Life. And so far it seems to be nice and smooth. Everything seems to be working great. Nice and tight turn on it. Keep hitting my head on branches, but so that's it. The Float Hub app by the Float Life. It saves me a ton of time. I mean, that's going to save me 30 minutes per VESC install that I do. So I think it's great. You can download it right now by going to the App Store, Google Play Store. If you download it now, it's a free download. Then you have to make a purchase within the app to access it. Right now it's $20, totally worth $20. It's going to be going up soon to $40. So if you wait, you'll have to pay a little bit more. It's still totally worth it at 40 bucks. Nico, great job, man. You did an awesome job with this app. And yeah, that's it. I mean, you got to get this thing. If you like doing VESC and you want to build a VESC, you're only going to build one, get this app. It's going to save you a ton of time. And don't forget, if you want to save 5% off your order from thefloatlife.com, use coupon code RenoWheel and float on, my friends.
hall sensors, and so we'll tap OK. And then it pulls up this thing for you to test the direction of your motor. This is important because if your motor direction is not correct, then you would be traveling forward. You'll have some very bad experiences. So you tap forward, and it should rotate in the direction that you would be traveling forward in. If you tap reverse, then it should travel in the direction that you would be reversing in. That's about it. If it doesn't, and it's backwards, then there's a toggle here for inverting your motor direction. So now if I tap forward, it's going backwards. And if I tap reverse, it's going forwards. Now reverse is that you have to check. Brake and reverse, forward and reverse. If you want to have some fun with it, you can up the current just to see how it responds at, let's say, 20 amps. Woo! Reverse. Brake. Like use that are more or less going to help optimize this particular motor, and they information change. If there's updated information, why that is. So that's been done. We'll hit right. And so now we're going to go to the start page again, and we're going to go back to controls. After all these changes, we want to make sure that this motor actually still functions and it's not just going to cog out and do weird stuff. And so we're back where we were. Forward. Reverse. Be in it just pulls